We're living in interesting times. Mao Zedong said, save us from living in interesting times. What's so interesting about our times? God is showering us with such amazing miracles that had it been possible for us to write a scroll such as Megillat Esther, we'd write it. I'm just going to give you 2 examples, but there are hundreds of examples, maybe even thousands of examples. The very fact that over 3,000 rockets and missiles have been aimed at Israel and landed is unbelievable. Yes, we have the Iron Dome defense system, which is a miracle in and of itself, but it doesn't get all the missiles. And not one has taken a human life directly. It's an amazing thing. 2 people died, but neither of them died from a direct hit on them. When you question this, how did this happen? One man standing at a guard post, distributing food to the soldiers. The people standing next to him survived. It isn't as though the whole guard post went. A worker in a field, just he was killed. But the rest of Israel remained whole. This is a miracle. On the other hand, our men, our boys, husbands, fathers, sons, are in Gaza, and they're fighting an enemy who's arguably the most hostile people in the world. And I want to tell you how I know how hostile they are. They put missiles and bombs in the schools where their children learn. To them, there's no such thing as enough killing already. They don't understand this, they don't grasp it. They have their headquarters in hospitals. These are the people with whom we have to contend. So we see a very, very deep and divided way through which Hashem is doing one thing, which is drawing us closer to Him. Either we're going to be drawn closer because our backs are to the wall, or we're going to be drawn closer because we see His amazing love, or a combination of both. I saw clips of our men going out to war with tzitzis, with everything in their heart, recognizing who they're fighting for and with whose help they'll prevail. It was an amazing thing. They got it. Rav Tzvi Myers tells us how the rest of us could get it, how we'll know what to do in this circumstance. So in fact, he gave us 4 different things to take in and to develop. In this little clip we'll talk about one, and in subsequent clips we'll talk about more. He says this is a time to develop your love of Hashem. Loving Hashem doesn't mean saying the words, I love Hashem. It means recognizing how beloved we are. It's human nature. When you see someone's love for you, then you love them. Oftentimes, we're blinded to Hashem's love for us. Why? There's a pasuk that tells us, Botech b'Hashem yisugav, a person who trusts in Hashem will be elevated. If you're standing on a high mountain and you can see the entire picture, then your relationship to what's happening to you right now is different than if all you could see is where you are right now. Imagine if your view of reality is very narrow, and you were in an elevator, and for all you knew, that's where you'd be for the rest of your life. The despair you'd feel, the anger. If you could bring yourself to love Hashem when His ways are not clear, when you're in this middle space between love and awe, that has more value than any other time in your life that you love Hashem. So this is something to step back with. How do you express love of Hashem? Loving comes from giving. You have to give Him your soul. You have to give Him your heart. You have to give Him your resources. And the more you give, the more you'll love. Giving your soul means being willing to say anything physical He needs of me, that's what I'll give. Giving your heart means knowing who you are, feeling yourself, and saying who I really am will be devoted. My positive, my negative. And giving your resources also means recognizing every gift you have and finding an address for it. So here we are in interesting times, and they can leave us higher and better than we ever imagined we could be. Have a good rest of the day.